Good morning or good afternoon, I guess, to most of you that are joining us. Thank you for joining us for MaxPreps Athletic Director Admin Office Hours. My name is Haley Hughes. I'm a customer service supervisor here at MaxPreps. I've been here for about 5 years or so. We have with us Alex Romo, who's also a customer service supervisor. We just wanted to thank you guys for joining us today and let you know that you will be muted throughout the webinar. So please use the chat box to ask us any questions that you might have. We'll do our best to answer them throughout the webinar as we go. And if we don't get to them, we will have time at the end to address any questions that you might have. The session will also be recorded. So we will send out an email with the recording. So you can go back and look at that if you do have any questions about that. Our office hours are going through the first steps of what you can do in your admin once you gain access, as well as some other tips and tricks. So feel free to ask any questions as we go along, and we'll do our best to answer them as we go. So our goal, let's learn a little bit more about MaxPreps before we get started. So MaxPreps was created in a small town in between Sacramento and Lake Tahoe in California called El Dorado Hills. We were founded in 2002. It was just our 20-year anniversary, actually, by a basketball coach who was looking for a better way to get his team recognition in the local media. He made it our goal at MaxPreps to celebrate the institution of high school sports and recognize that for so many young people, this will be the pinnacle of their careers, and the memories that they make playing high school sports will be some of the best of their lives. That being said, we aim to cover every team, every player, and every game, no matter the size of the school or popularity of the sport. There's about 50 or so employees. A vast majority of us are athletes or coaches. All of the customer service team is operated in-house by about 8 people, including myself. So when you give us a call, you can talk to a real life person who knows and cares a whole lot about MaxPreps and the high school sports community. So our goals for today, we're going to walk through the essentials for an athletic director. That's how to gain access, how to get to your AD admin page, the best ways to grant access to your coaches and manage your team, how to request to add or remove a sport from your school, and then walk through both your AD admin and coach admin pages for teams at your school. And finally, we're going to answer as many questions as you may have. So again, please use the chat box, the Q&A box to ask throughout the webinar. We'll do our best to answer them as we go. And if we don't get to them, we will have time at the end to get to your questions. So these slides are just going to be a quick overview of what we're going to cover in the live demo. We suggest signing up with your personal email just because school addresses tend to change a lot. If you already signed up with school address, no worries at all. We just tend to say your personal email may be better as your school addresses change a lot just at your one school. And then if you do move schools, we know that happens too. So feel free to use whatever email. You can always change that in your membership profile page as well. So what you see here on your screen is when you first log into MaxPreps, you'll want to click on your profile icon in your upper right-hand corner. That's your access point. That's your home base. You want to always click on that little circle with a person in it. So when you click on that in the upper right-hand corner of MaxPreps, you'll get this flyout menu that you see here on the right-hand side of your screen. Should have that little profile icon. It should have your first and last name, sign out, and then your school. If you already have access to your school, it should be listed here, as well as any teams, specific teams that you may have access to as a coach or whatever it may be. And then again, any teams you're following down below. To the left here, so when you click on your profile icon one more time from this flyout menu, you'll get this membership account profile page. On this page, this is where you can go to change your password, your email, request access, and access your AD admin. You can also update your communication preferences from this place, which I'll show you how to do. And we encourage athletic directors to stay opted in to AD and coach reminders. So inside your AD admin, what do you get? you get to edit you get to see your calendar for your whole school. You get to manage your school, manage your teams. You have a message center, notifications, a place to manage your coaches, and a report. You also have the option to update your school logo. We previously had the ability for every coach to update the school logo, but because the school logo is specific to the school, it is not sport specific. We've updated that so that the only way to update your logo is through the athletic director admin. So again, this is just a quick overview of what we're going to go through in the live demo. So this is about managing your teams. We know when you come into your athletic director admin, one of the most important things you want to do is manage your coaches, manage your teams, make sure everybody's good to go. And if you do need to update any rosters or schedules yourself, you have the ability to do that through your AD admin. You can add sports from your AD admin, add coach access, update their names, and again, you can log into any coach admin for any sport that is activated at your school. That being said, let's head into the live demo. So if you want to pull up maxpreps.com, you can follow along. No need to. I'll go through everything here with you. If you already have a membership account, you'll want to sign in. If you have an athletic director or a school administrator that needs access to school, first thing they will want to do is come here to create an account. So you'll get there again by going to the sign in button up in the upper right hand corner of maxpreps.com on the homepage. You'll click create an account, fill out that information, then come back here, enter your email and password, and sign in. So once you sign in, you're taken right back to your MaxPreps homepage. You'll remember your profile icon is your home base, and you can find that in the upper right-hand corner, the little circle with the person inside of it. You'll click on that, and this flyout menu should look familiar. With the profile icon up at the top, your first and last name, sign out, the school you may already have access to, and any teams that you may have access to will be listed here first. Below that are any teams you're following. So keep in mind, any team that you have access to, you will already be following that team as well. So to get to edit your account information, request access, just get to your membership profile page, you'll want to click on your profile icon here one more time. And here is your membership account profile page. So to edit your account information, such as your email, password, and so on, you'll go to this box over here, click the pencil icon, and you can update your information from there. You'll remember we encourage athletic directors to stay opted in to coach and AD reminders. So that means if you come to communication preferences, click on your pencil icon, you'll want to have coach and AD messaging, coach and AD reminders checked. That just means you'll get updates on anything MaxPreps related or team related that maybe needs updating, or updates that we've made to our system and so on. It's just important reminders that you may want to get notified for. So let's head back to the account profile page. Here, so if you go to your access next card over, if you already have access to your school, it should be listed here under My Access. And again, if you have any teams that you've had access to or have access to, they should be listed here. So if you see a school or a team that should no longer be there, or you're needing access to a team or a school that you do not see listed here already, you'll want to click the pencil icon in the upper right-hand corner of that box. And you should see this list here if you do have access to any schools or teams. And you can click the checkbox next to the team or school and click to remove, and that will remove your access to the team or school. To add or request access to your new school or your new team or whatever it may be, you can click the plus sign next to team admin or school admin, or you can click request access. Each button will take you to the same place where you request admin access, fill out the information, and that submits a access request to our support team, who should approve or deny that within 24 hours. So once you get that approval, you'll be able to come back here. You'll see your school listed here or team listed here and be able to get into your admin account. So before we get into our admin account, I just want to cover the following really quickly. Similar layout to your access when editing. Any team that you have access to will automatically be a favorite team. The benefits of favoriting a team is mostly for our MaxPreps app. You'll get quick links and notifications for those teams. It's an awesome way to stay updated if you're curious about how teams are doing. Just favorite that team and you'll get those notifications. If you need to remove them, you'll just click the checkbox next to the team name and click remove, and that will remove all notifications and quick links from them as well. So back to your profile page. Now to get into your AD admin account, you'll either click from this membership account profile page, or you can click on your profile icon that is on every single page of MaxPreps, and you'll have the quick links to your school or teams from here as well. So if you click on your profile icon, you'll want to click on your school admin, and this should take you straight into your athletic director admin. So first, we've added a few cool new tools to get to what most commonly needs the AD's attention. Point those out really quickly. We've added managed teams and managed coaches recently in the past year or so. So if you haven't logged on in a while or you're new to MaxPreps, these are two new awesome buttons that just give you quick links to some of what we think have been the most common used features of the AD admin. So we know when you come in here, you really want to get to the teams, manage the coaches, get them access to their teams so they can update their team information. So first things first, let's start with the calendar. Your calendar is the whole school schedule. Each event and game will be listed here. You can toggle on and off different teams and different levels. So if you only wanted to see varsity boys basketball, you could toggle all of these off except for basketball and varsity, and it'll just show you the boys varsity basketball schedule on here. You could do that just for winter sports, fall sports, and so on, just to toggle on and off all of the calendar events here. But this is just a quick overview of everything that's going on at your school that's listed on MaxPreps. So if we go back to the AD homepage, we'll skip down over to the message center first. So these posts, you can post to the school wall and a specific team wall, and posts can be marked private only for you or the admin to see. So you can post to specifically just the school as a whole, so that would show up on the school's team page, or you can post to a specific team wall, so you can pick a sport and post to that team as well. It's just a way to communicate with athletes, with parents, and share upcoming events, whatever you may want to post. You can post from this message center here. We'll skip down to notifications. If you want or need to check quickly what information may be missing from which teams at your school, I would say this is the best place to go. It only shows the teams that have missing information. So if you're not seeing teams listed here, it's just because they don't have the missing, or they have all the information filled out. So you'll see quickly by scrolling down, a lot of these teams are missing some information, whether it be stats, results, whatever it may be, they're missing that information. This is just a quick link to get you to the right place to update that information. So if you click on this link, it'll take you straight into where you need to go to manage the boys baseball team. So again, you can log in from here, and you can also click this to get into the missing stat from here and update that as well. So this is a great place to go just to check to see what's going on with all of your teams and what information needs to be updated, so you can let your coaches know that needs to be updated, or you can log in yourself and get that updated as well. Going back to the home page, we'll skip down here to reports. So this is a great option if you wanted to create a report for your rosters or schedules with a simple click of a button. So if all of your information is listed on MaxPreps and you want to get a report of all of the rosters at your school, this is a great place to get all of that information. Same with your schedule. So it's a great tool. Not a lot of our athletic directors know about this, so I wanted to just present this. It's a great option. It gives you a report, an Excel report of all the schedules and rosters and listed by sport. So if all the information is entered on MaxPreps, this is a great way to pull that. We'll head back up to manage school. Manage school. So AD access listed here, add update permissions. This means you're granting access to another athletic director, assistant athletic director, school administrator, whoever you could potentially want to have access to your school. So if we go into add update permission, this will take you to who has access to your school. So of course, this is MaxPreps. A lot of us here as a support team have access to the school. So typically your list should not look this long with this many people having access to your school. But if you need to edit and remove anybody that does have access to your school, you can go in here. You can see the last time they logged in and remove whoever may need to be removed. You can also add from this page by clicking add school admin. You'll fill out this information and it will send that person an email saying they were granted access, and once they log in, they will have access to that team or to that school. I apologize. So if you need to add another administrator, you'll come here to add school admin, and with that, they'll just need to log in with the email that you provide here. If we go back to manage school, update AD. So this just updates the name that is displayed on MaxPreps. So if you have multiple athletic directors and you'd like to update the athletic director name to different people, you can come here and update the athletic director name. So this is just how whatever name is displayed on MaxPreps. So however you want that to be displayed, you'll come here and get that updated here. We also have the option to update your basic school information from this page as well. So if you click on school information, you'll see you have the option to update your address, colors, description, mascot, notable alumni, and school staff. So school information, again, you'll have to request the change. So if you're looking to change your school name, we know schools go through a lot of changes. So if you're looking to update how your school is searched, so if you are Ponderosa and you go by Pondo, we can get Pondo in the search names as well. So you just need to request that change from here. That'll send in a support email and we will get back to you with your updated search terms, as well as school name changes. You can update all of this basic information here as well. And then if you come to your address, you can put in your address here. The city and the state go by Apple Maps. So, or I'm sorry, Google Maps. So if the city is not quite right, if your address is giving you a different city, you can request that change here to update your city. And this is where you'll want to update your mailing address as well. If you're getting certificates in the mail from us and we're looking for your school address, you'll want to make sure that this is correct, just so we send it to the correct place. You can update your school colors here as well. So if your school colors don't look quite right on our site, this is where you'll go to get those updated. Description, this is just an option for entering anything that you want to broadcast that's special about your school. Anything you want in here is acceptable, about notable prizes, notable awards, everything related to MaxPreps sports, you can enter here. Your mascot, this is where you want to go to update your mascot logo. So you can just remove a logo if it doesn't look right and you don't have the correct one at this time, or just choose a file from your computer and upload that new logo. If your mascot has changed, you can update that here as well. And then notable alumni, this is just an option if you want to enter anybody that's really been special at your school, and this is a place to recognize them. And then finally, school staff. So school staff, this is just a list of school staff. This does not give access to that school staff person. So you'll just be entering names here. You don't need to, this does not give them access to the school on MaxPreps. So let's head back home and go to manage teams. So this is where you'll see any active teams you have for your school. So keep in mind that you'll see any team that has been active at the school at any time. So if you happen to see that you offer field hockey and you no longer offer field hockey, if you have been offered field hockey, or if you've offered field hockey in the past, it will still show up here. So just keep that in mind. We typically don't remove any seasons that have any information on them on MaxPreps. So if field hockey was over in 2011, we'll still have that 2011 information on there. We just won't have any active seasons moving forward with that field hockey team. So if you see a team there and you're curious as to why they're there, feel free to reach out to us, and we're more than happy to take a look into that for you and make sure that they're not turned on for this coming season. If you don't see a sport on here that you need to have and you are offering at your school, you can add a sport. You'll fill out this information. You'll want to enter the coach's name if you have one. This will grant them access to the team as soon as the sport is added. So this is a request. It's sent into us at MaxPreps. We accept the request, and then we'll add the coach that you enter here to the team once that sport is added. And that will grant them access so they can get their sport updated. So again, if you need to remove any sports you currently don't have, any sports you've never had, or any sport that may be duplicated in the wrong season, please reach out to us and we're happy to do that for you. This is also where you can go to log into any team to make changes. So if you are looking to update the football score from last night and some reason the coach can't do it or can't log in, whatever it may be, but you have to do it. So you want to come to manage teams, you'll find football, manage, click on varsity, and then log in to coach admin. So logging into coach admin will get you into the coach admin. I'll show you that in a second. I just want to cover what's here on this page. So when you're managing teams, you can also manage who has access to that team from this page. There's a quicker way to do this, but under manage coaches in your AD admin, but this is another option to get a coach access to their team or remove access from a coach as well. You can also, like the athletic director display name, you can update the head coach name, how you want it displayed on MaxPreps from here as well. But logging into the coach admin, you need to edit a score for the game. You go to their schedule and you quickly go to the pencil icon and edit score. I'll cover the coach admin just a little bit more here in a second, but that's just a quick way to get into a team to manage teams at your school. So again, you go to manage teams from your AD admin, manage next to the team, and then the level, and that will take you into where you can log into the coach admin. Next, we'll go to manage coaches. So manage coaches, this is a quick way to see who is listed as your coaches for the active sports at your school currently. So you'll see all the head coach names listed here, and you also have the option to change or edit the coaches from here as well. So if you remember from the manage teams button, there's an option to log into the coach admin from here. So if you're busy editing the coaches and you just granted them access to the team, but you need to quickly go change something, you have the option to log in from here as well. So again, we'll log into boys baseball. I'll give you a quick overview of the coach admin here. So if you do need to come into a coach admin for any team and you haven't used this before, you'll know what to do. So here's the dashboard. This is where you get dropped when you log into a coach admin. So if you're a coach logging into your coach admin, this is the first place they go. Instead of what you see in your AD admin, this is their coach admin. So they're landing on this dashboard. You'll see a quick overview of their schedule and their roster. So this gives you an idea of what is on their team page. But if you want to head over to the schedule, you can take a look at what we have. So right now for the boys baseball team for this upcoming season, we have one game listed here. Looks like the score was 3-1, but you need to change that to 2-1. You'll click on the pencil icon, edit score, and you'll see the option to change the score and click save and exit. So that's a quick way to get to the schedule. If you need to remove a game from the schedule, you'll click on the checkbox next to the game and click delete at the top, or you can click the pencil icon and delete game. If the game is not able to be deleted, it's most likely due to the fact that the other team or your team put stats in. So if there are stats already in for the game, it won't be able to be removed by you as an admin. You'll have to contact us here at MaxPreps and we'll be able to get that game removed for you. If your team is linked to Huddle or Game Changer, we have 2 other webinars coming up next week on Tuesday that are specific to the sync of Huddle and Game Changer. So if you have any specific questions about that, I will send out the registration links in the email with the recording of this as well to get those covered for you. If your team is in the incorrect league, you'll want to go to their league alignment. So let me get to our football team, back to our football team here. I apologize. Here we go. Back to our football team, you'll click login and let's see, here we go. Football team, you'll see the option for the league alignment in the dashboard. So typically you'll have this option. The MaxPreps team did not, because they're not listed in a league. So if you aren't listed in a league at all, you'll have to reach out to support. But you typically should see the league listed here in your admin report on your team's homepage, and you'll just click the pencil icon, and you are able to update the team's league as well as their division. So that takes you to a page where you can submit that information, change your league completely, add or remove teams from the league, and get that updated. So when you do that, it sends in a request, and those are typically updated within 24 hours. And then you should be able to come back here and see all of the updated information. So if you need to update a league, remember that you can just go to the More button on any team's coach admin page and click their alignment from here, and you can get that updated. So sorry, I forgot to point out up at the top, there's JV and freshman options as well. So this is just your varsity page. So don't forget about your JV and freshman coaches. You can click over to them from here up at the top. Go back to your home page. So again, I just want to cover, if you're looking to update your coaches, I would go to the Manage Coaches button where you get that option to edit the coaches' names, remove anybody you need to remove, as well as add anybody you need to add. If you go back to Manage Teams, you'll have the option to get into any team you need. So if you're looking for a specific team that you need to update information for, you'll click Manage next to their name, the team level, and then log into Coach Admin, and that will take you to where you need to go to edit the information for any team. And if you need to update your mascot, your school logo, you can do so just from this homepage by clicking up here at the top. It'll take you right to our import page where you can choose the correct file and get your correct logo updated. So I believe I reached the end of our webinar. I know there have been a few questions. I see one, how do you remove a JV team when you don't have one? So if you have a JV team and you no longer have that team, you'll go to, let's go to home, manage teams. You'll see manage JV team. So if you're looking to remove a team, no matter what, you'll have to request that through us at MaxPreps. So if you see a team on here that no longer needs to be on here, and you have it listed here, you will just need to submit a ticket to us at MaxPreps. So let me put our email here in the chat. And thank you, Alex, for removing that for Richard. But if anyone else needs to remove any team that they see on there that they no longer have or offer, please feel free to email us at support@maxpreps.com. We typically respond within 24 hours. So please reach out to us, and we're more than happy to get that taken care of for you. I also included our phone number on the slide. So we're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time. So our phone number is on the screen. It's 1-800-324-7329, extension 1. Again, we do our best to answer the phone whenever it rings. If you leave a voicemail, we'll also get back to you as soon as possible if it's outside of our hours. So you can reach us through there to remove a support, or our support email, support@maxpreps.com. Check out our support site. We have a lot of great information on there, support.maxpreps.com. It looks like we have another question. Does MaxPreps integrate with Dragonfly Max? I'm not sure what Dragonfly Max is. Max is, if it's the same as Dragonfly, if your school association, your state association is using Dragonfly, it depends what state you're in, but it could be syncing with MaxPreps. So Chris, I'll reach out to you after this and get your contact info. See, Montana, got it. Yeah. So I believe you are not syncing with MaxPreps. Alex, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I will double check on that for you and reach out to you after this. But I believe we are not. We have a lot of syncs with different states. So I'll get that checked on for you. If there are any questions, I'm more than happy to stick around and answer them. So feel free to take your time typing those out. I apologize, you're all muted, so it may take a little time. It looks like I may have answered all the questions. If anyone has any more, again, I'll be sticking on for another 5 or 10 minutes. So feel free to type those out.